But I know that President Tinubu has been very generous. He has increased salary. He has said arrears should be paid all the way till back to January.
The arrears promised by President Bola Tinubu is yet to be paid. The increases that are announced, we are yet to receive. University teachers are the ones subsidizing university education as we speak. All the promises, paved arrears, the award of increases, etc., are all as we have had them on the pages of newspapers and on television as I speak to you.
Hello, my great and wonderful people. How una day today? I hope all of una day well. Today we get some videos for our team. We're going to be saying one quickly the review to you concerning the things we're going to be saying if they happen right now for inside this country, Nigeria. The reason why basically we carry this video, we see and say it is very, very important. Say people like this, they come out early as this very time to they review the truths for national television before the faces of this Bola Tinubu and APC-led administration. All this, their audio promises, when they say they deceive Nigerians, they talk what they not do. They come outside for national television, for newspaper. They tell Nigerians, say, now waiting they don't do. I will leave you to watch this full interview when they say, this man, they come outside to review every of their own deceits concerning educational sector. Remember, according to Bola Tinubu and his own people, they thought, see, the federal government of Nigeria don't pay all the arrears when it be said that they owe all the lecturers for university and also tertiary institution, even up to January. You just don't worry. Hear the whole details from the mouth of Dele Ashiru when he be the former chairman of University of Lagos. I'll come back for more.
Otherwise called Access to Higher Education Act, Students' Loan Scheme, with the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Tanko Sununu. Well, we'd like to have your views on that, and also where we are with all those issues with the federal government. ASU had to suspend the strike in October last year. But I know that President Tinubu has been very generous. He has increased salary. He has said arrears should be paid all the way till back to January, and that the money that was not paid during the strike, academics should be given back part of the money that they work for. All of those issues quickly.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Abati. It's nice being on the show once again. Let me first say that those who make policies for the education system in Nigeria do so upon very wrong assumptions. Let me start with the students' loan, access to higher education. We are in a country where it is assumed that individuals should pay to be educated. In serious societies, in societies that are making progress, education is considered as a public good. And if Nigeria so thinks, because if you are educated, you are not only educated for yourself and for your family, you are educated to help society grow, to help society develop. The problem with funding education in Nigeria is that government is not serious about funding education. Rather than fund education, they prefer to spend money on some frivolities. And that's why we think that what government needs to do is to consciously fund education from the primary to the tertiary level. The societies that are doing that are reaping bountifully from the successes which a literate, an educated society gets from such venture. Concerning the issues surrounding our live strike action, it's unfortunate that we had representatives of government in the ancient regime, who are enemies of the Nigerian people as well as of education. The invocation of the no work, no pay rule is now paying out to nothing because all the works have been done, students have graduated, and they are moving on with their lives. As we agreed at the last National Executive Council meeting of our union, we are hoping that the President Bola Tinubu administration will resolve all outstanding issues surrounding that strike so that normalcy can return to the Nigerian university system. The arrears promised by President Bola Tinubu is yet to be paid. The increases that are announced, we are yet to receive. University teachers are the ones subsidizing university education as we speak. All the promises, pay arrears, the award of increases, etc., are all as we have had them on the pages of newspapers and on television as I speak to you. There's no Nigerian lecturer that has received any, financial advancement consequent upon those pronouncements. The issue with our union is that we don't take wage award from government. Our union believes in the principle of collective bargaining as prescribed by the International Labour Organization, to which Nigeria is a signatory. And let me say that you are bound by the conditions of service when you are joining an organization. But moving forward, changes in those conditions must be by collective bargaining. And we are hoping that in no too distant a future, the relevant agencies of government concerned with education in Nigeria will invite our union to conclude the renegotiation started under the last administration, led by Professor Nimi Briggs. The recommendations are there. Our union is willing to pick up those recommendations from there as a basis for negotiating with this government in terms of moving forward in the education system.
Real quickly, two issues. What will you say about CONWA? That is another union in the education sector that is taking all those almost opposing positions to ASU, which a lot of people touted was approved by the government to be able to checkmate ASU. What would you say about that? Secondly, what would you say about this 40% debacle? The Ministry of Finance is now saying they're removed from the revenue that lecturers claim is not enough. The minister just said that, hey, we have reported to the Ministry of Finance. How much pressure are you guys going to put on this matter?
Well, let me start with the last question. There's a wrong assumption that universities are revenue-generating agencies. Unfortunately, those who administer the universities also fall into government trap by talking about IDR. Universities don't generate IDR. Universities collect obligatory fees for which services must be provided to students. Students pay for ID card, they pay for reagents, they pay for laboratories, etc. And a government wants to collect 40% of that. To do what with it? After failing in its own responsibility to be the major funder of that universities. So what we are simply saying is that it can work. We are happy that it's been reviewed. What we were told is that government had reversed itself, and that also tells you the quality of thinking that goes on at the highest level of government in Nigeria. You make a policy pronouncement today, you reverse yourself tomorrow. Why not look at the entire issues before making all of this policy flip-flop and policy somersault that has been, a major defining factor of the present administration? On CONWA, may be described as a child of necessity and a tool in the hands of Ngige, former Minister of Labour, and his erstwhile co-travelers, to divide ASU. I can assure you that ASU remains a leading trade union organization in the university system. And as I speak with you, the the authenticity of another trade union within the university system is in doubt. And that's why you can see that their activities are still very, behind the scene and always antagonistic of our union.
Well,
we are
Dr.
hoping that in the near future, we can sort out our differences and then have a united trade union organization within the Nigerian university system.
Dr. Ashiru, would like to thank you very much.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say you don't hear everything by your own self. We not get anything to label concerning that very one. You still get another video because of time when it be say one quickly review to you. This one na another video when it be say this man equally still cry come outside concerning all this their cover up secret dealings. When it be say they want to deceive Nigerians. You know why it be say all these things they pay us not pass be say just barely 6 months when it be say this put sit down for seat of power. Now in that they try to manipulate the intelligence of Nigerians. Now so they will do their own cover up for the next 4 years. Before you know what they happen, they do another campaign. And what they give us joy, say people like this, like the first video and the second one, they come outside, they speak as early at this very time. Hear this man, I'll come back for more.
Even though the government continues to claim that on an average is saving at least ₦1 trillion, which means more resources for federal and state governments. And yet we can't subsidize just public transportation. But what do we see? We see frivolous spending, purchasing of brand new SUVs from foreign car manufacturing. And of course, to be honest, I was greatly disappointed when I listened to the, I think it was the budget DG, when you posed the question on the morning show that why did they have to buy a foreign SUV brand, and he said he didn't know about Nord Motors, which is just down the corridor here. So how is it that the public official in Lagos can clearly say on TV that he does not know an automobile brand in Lagos State that has been on your own show regularly and is trying to build something of substance in Lagos State? So it shows you the level of disconnect between the governed and those in governance. And how do you support the economy? How do you support the everyday Nigerian if there is this level of disconnect? So I think that, listen, Nigerians are the best people to lead in the world. And I say this because so much has been thrown at them and they continue to give people in government a very long rope. The streets of Chile, San Diego precisely, was flooded with millions of protesters because the government raised the cost of public transportation by 4%. Mind you, the GDP per capita in Chile is $18,000. You compare that with just $2,000 that we have here in Nigeria. I mean, earlier this year, Israel were protesting for 30 weeks non-stop because of a judicial reform that they did not agree with. The GDP per capita of the average Israeli is $58,000. So we're such a poor country, and yet we take so much from our leaders, and they continue to throw this at us. So I would expect that, not just, you see, this is not just a Lagos affair, because we continue to see revelations from several states across the country with the kind of frivolous spending that we see people in government are making. And I hope that they sit down and introspect and they reflect on what they are doing to the Nigerian people, to say that this group of people have given us so much and have taken so much beating over time. And all they're asking for is a level playing field, some sort of push and some sort of support from their government, and to show some level of frugality, especially at such a time where we are having one of our worst economies in close to 2 decades. Our economy can't be doing this bad, and people are spending in the ways that they are spending.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say you don't see everything by yourself. Because all the things when they say this people they talk, billions upon billions when they say they talk, say that they generate now just for newspaper and just for mouth, presentation only. If truly all those billions upon billions when they say that they talk, say that they recover from fuel, all these things, subsidy and all that, if truly say now not be audio money, tell me the reason why they say all these people that they run up and down, they check for loan when they say that they borrow up and down. Tell me. Honestly, as we talked earlier, our main purpose of this very broadcast today now for you to understand, say these people, they not dead there for you. You understand? Their own comforts, now in their comfort. Now, the reason why it be say, they will feel boldly come as I say, any Nigeria-made car not they comfortable enough for them to use just for 4 years. Oh, remember, after these 4 years, they will still order another one. You understand me now? So, for only 4 years, they not fit make use of Nigeria-made car or any products. Rather, they preferred foreign-made. Now, then, we'll see come outside, they tell you, say, you must patronize Nigeria-made goods. Abi? You see, they say if the head they full of light, the whole body will be filled with light. But what of if the head is filled with darkness? The whole body will get no option than to fall sick and complete cover with total darkness. Now, what thing they happen to Nigeria? Now, it be this very one. All right, I will leave you to share your own opinion with us in the comment section, even as we draw the line of this very broadcast. We'll see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.